It's the 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time, and we're talking about one of my favorite saints, and we're talking about a vineyard. Jesus likes vineyards.
Good.
It's the 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And let me tell you something. This year, this feast day falls on October the 4th. So we have a double whammy because October the 4th is normally the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi. And if you didn't know this, when I first started off, when I graduated high school, I actually left Mobile and went to New York and joined the Franciscans for a whole year. And I love St. Francis and his approach to the gospel because he really... He was about living that gospel life, but especially through the counsels, what we call the counsels of poverty, of chastity, and obedience. He wanted to live gospel perfection in his life. And although we can't all live gospel perfection in the way that he lived it, his way of life was so attractive that he drew thousands of men to himself who would become Franciscans. And I think that there's something there that we all need, this idea of gospel perfection in our own lives. Today, Jesus tells us the story of these men this man who owns a vineyard, and he sends his servants and then his son to the servants who are there to collect the grain. And every time the servant is either mistreated or the son is killed. And this is really Jesus talking to the Jewish leaders at the time of his crucifixion, or just about right before his crucifixion. And he's saying to them that this kingdom, this vineyard, is going to be removed from you and given to other people. And what he means by that is that now, instead of being focused on God's people, he's going to be focused on God's children who want to follow him. And it won't be just Jew, but it'll be Jew and Gentile who now become one as Christian. And this is not some kind of dig against Jewish people, but what it is that new life that Jesus was really accusing the Pharisees and the Sadducees of that time of not being faithful with what God has called him to. The good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ is that freedom that we have in him, and that he calls us to something beyond the mere requirements of the law, but living a life of love and freedom. And that's our good news this week. God bless you.